Welcome back, everyone. Well, you know, recently we've been talking a lot about diabetes. It's a very complicated disease. There are two types, and it affects people of every age group and every ethnic background in our community. And joining me today is Denise Nicastro, who's the development director for the diabetes, there's an acronym, what, JDRF, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. I'm glad you have it memorized.
That's why we say JDRF.
Okay, I can say that too then, right?
Yes,
okay,
you can.
JDRF. And we've got an event coming up that is the best way to kick off the summer. So first, welcome. Nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me here.
Rumor has it you were here with Tom Ruin.
I was last year.
You're wearing a different hat for that one.
I was.
You
I
were.
was part of the Tour de Cure.
That's right. You decided to join the organization about 6 months ago, you said.
I did.
So what prompted that?
Well, you know what? I just almost felt like I love the ADA and what they stand for, and the Tour de Cure will always be close to my heart. Maybe that was just time for change. I had been there 7 years, and I knew that someone else could bring in as much, if not more, energy, and felt like it was time to pass the torch. And I was offered a great opportunity with JDRF as their development director, pretty much recreating what I did for ADA, a little more focus on type 1 diabetes. Their focus, this organization, is a little bit more on research and research-funded education. So it took me a few months, and it felt like it was the right thing to do, so it's been my new home.
I bet.
And I'm happy.
Well, now, someone in your family, this happens a lot with the people I interview, affiliated with helping find a cure for this disease, is that it has affected their family. In your case, that's the same, right?
Yes. Oddly, strangely, uniquely enough, I had been working for the ADA for 5 years, and out of the blue, my daughter was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, which was 2 years ago. Yes, it was quite the experience at the time. It was very close to tour, and brought her to the doctors, and she had been drinking a lot of water, had some very typical signs of diabetes, and I just mentioned she was there for a checkup, mentioned these symptoms, and even the pediatrician at first said, oh, you have no family history. I wouldn't worry about it. You know, it's just the weather's changing, and she's very athletic. And within a few minutes after that, she walked back in and said to me, your daughter has ketones in her urine. That means she has type 1 diabetes. And at first I thought they were teasing or joking with me, because I said, I know I'm a paranoid mom maybe because I work around diabetes all day. I'm a fundraiser. And she said, no, I'm really sorry. It's not a joke, and we need to get her into the hospital right away. So she spent 2 days at Albany Med.
Wow. Now, I did an interview yesterday, and the woman whose daughter has diabetes, same situation, showed, oh no, she had diabetes. Has diabetes. And she was saying that, she was showing me the monitor and how many, the advances that have been made, especially in the last 5 years, she was saying.
Yes.
That, you know, you can now monitor it a lot more carefully. I used a story yesterday, and I'll just repeat it today. I have a friend, very close friend, who died of diabetes back in the day when the monitoring systems were not nearly as sophisticated, and we used to keep a bottle of soda and a candy bar with us at all time. And if we saw that blank look, we knew that he was going into bad territory.
Right.
Right. So you can at least prevent that. But there's no cure.
There is no cure yet.
Yeah, got it.
And that is, this organization is so focused on that aspect of it. And we are the driving force behind the research that created the devices like this pump that you're talking about that my daughter wears, that really, it keeps people with type 1 and type 2 healthy. You know, there's less highs and lows because your body is given a baseline of insulin, and they wear it. There's a little piece that goes underneath their skin, and they still need to test and do all of that. But it really has kept people with diabetes healthier, living longer. Thank goodness for that, until we do wind up with a cure, which we have no doubt. The advances that have been made, like you were even saying, even in the last 5 years, have been instrumental in keeping people with diabetes healthy until we have that cure.
Now, we've got a great event. Want to kick off the summer? We got the event, Hall of Spring, and it's just got the best. You know, I do a lot of interviews, Denise, and I hear, okay, this one's over here, and this one's over here, and this one's at this building, and whatever. This one is at the Hall of Springs with Angelo Mazzone, right?
Angelo does a great job always. So we have, yes, we're looking to launch summer in Saratoga, and also tying it to our organization called Uncorking the Cure and Tapping into Hope.
Got it.
So that is our theme for this party at Hall of Springs. Angelo will be providing the food. He's a great sponsor and helps us with this event. Food pairing for a wine. We have a wine sampling, tasting. We have beer vendors there, 2 distilleries. So it's looking to be an amazing evening, lots of fun. It's a Thursday night, so it doesn't infringe on anyone's family weekend plans. We will have great music entertainment by Garland Nelson Ensemble, which are also known as Soul Session.
You know what? Bring your dance shoes for this one,
yeah.
because this is, I got news for you. Anybody who knows Garland knows that he does a terrific job. So you've got an event at the Hall of Springs, which of course is a beautiful facility. You got Angela Mazzone. You have all of the local distilleries and beer makers. That's the tastings. They're all local, and you've got great music.
Yes.
Now, a silent auction and that kind of stuff too?
Yeah. Oh, we have live and silent auctions. We'll have a beautiful display of everything and anything for everyone's taste and choice. So that also adds to the excitement of the evening. So we also have a guest speaker that will be there. I don't want to let out too much, because it's usually the highlight of the evening that talks about being and living with type 1 diabetes with a short video. So we kind of pull it all back to the mission of really, we're all having a great time, but focusing again on why we're here.
Now, this event, by the way, sells out. I think they capped it at 250 last year. Did you tell me that? But this year, they want to try to reach 300. They've got a few tickets left. It's like $85 or something like that to get all of these wine tastings and beer tastings and wonderful food and be at the Hall of Springs. And I always want to let our viewers know this. 80% of what they take in goes directly back into research, development, and education, which I think is also a very interesting aspect, right?
Yes.
Because tell me a bit about the education.
Well, it's actually, we have programs. Again, we try to focus so much on creating the products that enable people to live healthier lives. So our focus is mostly on the research end. We have funded $1.9 billion in research since the beginning of this organization. And actually, last report in 2014, it was $24 million that went towards research for these products that keep people healthier. As far as education, anyone when they're first diagnosed with type 1 diabetes here locally at Albany Med receive a bag of hope, which is an informational bag that gives them all of the support information, resources from our organization. We have a local support group called Sugar Free Gang that's led by volunteers, and we also have our staff is included in that. That is literally, it brings families in to teach them and show that they're not alone. There are other families and children on how to live with this disease and how to, I guess how to leverage their, their power and letting other people know in the community that this is a disease that we are going to eradicate, and hopefully we will find a cure, fundraise for, and let people know that you can do anything that you want, even with type 1 diabetes. You take care of yourself, you can live a long, healthy life, and we want that message to children, especially to say, don't let this feel that it's, a burden to you. Is it cumbersome? But people a lot in the situation will come out stronger for it. My daughter's an example.
Right,
Nothing will get in her way.
And that's a real. I think that's a very important part. Again, I did have a friend who didn't survive, and there was always that fear. When the community knows about it, when there is education, when there are these developments, that that you're not alone. So look, the event is a Thursday. Great, start off the weekend on a Thursday. It's June 16, which is coming up. And it's at the Hall of Springs. It starts at about 6 o'clock, and with Garland in charge of the music, I got news for you, it's going to go for a while. And of course, again, just all of the money, 80% of this money goes right back in. So Denise, thank you so much for coming in. It was great to see you again.
As far as tickets, you can go to our website, JDRF, NENY, that stands for Northeastern New York, .org. Tickets will be available at the door, but we'd like, because we have sold out in the past, we would love for you to go to our website and register for your ticket online, and hope to see everyone on the 16th. Great, good. Thank you for saying that. All right, very nice to see you again. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.